Hello there, Aries, and welcome to your Oracle messages. But before we get started, Aries, Spirit says, breathe once, then move. Your courage is raw but tender. Let this single calm breath steady your fire. Begin from the quiet and the right door will open. Now let's begin with your timeless Oracle messages for Aries and Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And Aries, this is all that you got to do is be in this sense of quiet confidence. Because it's not if the right door will open, it's when the right door will open. And it can open at any moment. And look at this. This to me is activating a much needed retreat. Maybe a time to be a little playful with nature or a change of scenery, or just doing something here where you can just seek some type of sacred solitude. I'm seeing some type of gateway. I'm seeing some type of door that has opened. Okay, so there may be a back door for you right now to sneak away, right? Not in a sense where you are having to be sneaky in a malicious way, not at all. And hopefully you didn't take it that way. But what I mean by a back door, it's like not really, it's a secret door. There's something about a secret door that opens for you. And it's through you retreating unapologetically because you do deserve this. And you are very wise. And I am getting this thing that you've always been wise beyond your years. And there's a reason for that. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know, Aries. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is really coming out strong here. Look at this, tranquility. Some of you might already be doing this, where you're, just really aware and attuned of your environment, what you can do to bring tranquility into your life, right? And some of you just look at what you have to look forward to. And remember, Aries, this tranquility, this silent step forward into retreat, into rejuvenation, that's the secret door that's, opening. That's how you open that secret door. So make time to relax if you haven't. Be still and enjoy your solitude, indulging in much needed self-care. And there's another message with this. This mermaid is reminding you, Aries, that you have, needs, okay, when it comes to taking care of yourself and your energy and your energetic system. And so you might be, or maybe you're already doing this, or maybe you're going to learn how to bring nature into your space here, right? Where we're using maybe salts, oils, different floral essences, or whatever in your bath. But it is important, I feel, to make sure that you are retreating, because you're having to wash away the energies that you do pick up and absorb. Because you are someone who has the ability to deflect the energy or transmute it. But it does take a toll on you physically. You just don't see it. But your body knows. So you may be inspired to spend time out in or near water. But I do get this thing about, taking your bath or your shower time to the next level, okay? Like really utilizing that time to wash away energies that are not for you, energies that you may have just pick up on, like debris of other things or other people, okay? And I'm really getting drawn to that green, that emerald green. Ooh. So that's very rejuvenating and healing too. So there is something happening with rejuvenation of fulfillment, okay? Allowing your heart to open up to abundance, right? That means abundance when, you know, not necessarily just tangible things, but having the time to, you know, surrender to relaxation. That in itself is abundant, especially when we live in a world where we feel like we have to be busy all the time. You know, for some feel like that. Okay, now let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Okay, find the blessing in your current situation. I feel that you just have, you can't do anything but surrender. So you might as well surrender to retreating, right? It's like, I feel that maybe, you know, you think, or maybe you feel that things should be faster, but Spirit is teaching you about pacing here too. Enjoyment. You actually have hit some type of milestone, and this is where Spirit wants you to, you know, take in and appreciate all that you have accumulated, all that you've achieved here. Now, something may have made you feel a little blue here. Krishna, it's all blue. So I'm just getting this thing about feeling blue, you know, but it is washing away. Let's get a little bit more about finding the blessing in your current situation. I do sense earth sign and water sign coming through. What's important about find the blessing in your current situation for Aries? Okay. You are receiving heaven's help. There's something about you stepping aside so heaven can help you. And the best way for you to step aside is to retreat, to relax, or to learn ways to rejuvenate and relax, because this is also creating space for your blessings. Oh my goodness, you've been praying. Yes, you have. So get out of the way and let heaven help you. And the way that you get out of the way is, you know, seeing the positive in things, right? Because there is something that Spirit is saying that you really are above. Something would have, okay, whether you know, pick up on this intuitively, know this, or maybe you don't. Somehow, some way you will find this out though. And it will be from your own confirmation, not just me saying this, but what I see, Aries, is that you might have felt like you were drowning in a situation or something, thoughts, something, someone, whatever, right? But no, you have pulled yourself from that. And it's not that you pulled yourself, it's that you wouldn't allow something to, you know, try to sink you. Okay, so there was an energy that, you know, I can see that whatever happened here, the blessing really is that, ooh, it could have anchored you in a place that you don't want to be anchored in, right? It's kind of like feeling stunted when it comes to your blessings. Worthiness. See, we're just talking about feeling anchored into something here. And look at this. Know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. It's not just saying this, it's really feeling it at a soul level. So affirm this, know this, believe this. You are valuable. Spirit is telling me that you're valuable. You're valuable. This whole retreat and tranquility is really heaven's way of saying, for right now, Aries, you are heaven's secret. You are heaven's valued gem. So sometimes heaven needs to hide you. Sometimes heaven needs you to step back and stay hidden for a little bit so that heaven can help you. And I don't mean you need to hide away, you know, from the world, but you do need to find your sanctuary and retreat often, especially right now, because you're in the gestating period of allowing these miracles to be born. Let's continue and see what else. This is your first sacred step, is, you know, taking that retreat for yourself. You do have some type of soulmate relationship playing out here, okay? worthiness, receiving heaven's help, which means people, a person. So new romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. Now, if you're currently involved with, something romantic here with someone, right? Then it's taking on a whole new spiritual aspect here. But some of you Aries believe, right? Something didn't work out in most likely the relationship department because there's something so much more fulfilling for you. There's some type of covenant with destiny here. So sign it with quiet action, retreating, believing, knowing you are worthy and deserving of love in all forms, including romance. You are healing something when it comes to masculine energy, most likely a father figure, having one or the lack of one. But the other thing that I get when this father healing card comes out to Aries is that this father healing is closely associated with the Emperor in tarot, which the Emperor is associated with your zodiac sign. And so what I see is this whole thing about using wisdom, right? Where you know how to control from getting burnt out or letting others burn you out, right? By taking control of your energy, your source. And you are harnessing your own personal power. You're increasing your own personal power because you are healing something and you're allowing spirit to be the father and mother, the protector, the hand you need right now. And if you are having some hard time, with a father figure or healing that, send it to heaven, because I get this thing that it's not your burden to carry anymore. You've done the work. This is why you're aligned with some type of relationship that is based on something deep, spiritual, and meaningful. Not to say the other relationships weren't that, but as you grow, as you find your worthiness, you automatically outgrow a situation, right? You automatically go from the caterpillar to the butterfly. Let's continue and see what else. Unconditional love. There is a strong sense of father love and mother love. So I do feel that you are doing a wonderful job with, sensing your feminine and your masculine energies and finding your own tune, right? Your own degree, rhythm of it. But Spirit is saying, fall in love with love itself. And I'm not talking about superficial love. I'm talking about unconditional love. You might have felt that you had no safety net. This is your safety net. This is a reminder. But also, you are creating something here when it comes to a true desire, a true love. You're receiving because there's something that Spirit is setting you up. Spirit is wanting you to receive all this energy because you are in, or you're going to be in, a place of more power, more control. And in order to do that, you need to receive so that you can feel powerful again without giving out too much of your energy. What else? Make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. Spirit says, Aries, You have the warrior's heart. You have, or you're learning how to replay, right? Relearn playfulness. Permission to relax, because this is what's giving you that magical moment. Something is already gestating. I already see it. There's something already that's seeded. It's already seeded. Now, all you got to do is take care of your energy. You're the container for this seed. Yeah, empowerment, feeling powerful, knowing you were gifted knowledge, wisdom, something unique, distinct, right? That stands out, not to, maybe put others down in any way. I'm not saying that you would, but some of you Aries may even fear your own power. I mean, you're more powerful than you realize, and it's safe for you to be powerful. There's also this thing where people are, I get this thing that they're going to be excited about seeing you really rise up. Like you're embracing your talents, your uniqueness, your gifts, your words of wisdom, and also your words of love. There may be something about poetry or songs, something with rhythm, maybe drumming, music. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Right. You have the gift of writing here, and something ancient really is channeling through you. Be in the moment too, Aries. Something about the moon, things at night. Look at the moon here, the moon in front of Thoth here. You will discover a lot through writing. Allow yourself to be in the present moment. This is Thoth. This is your higher self calling you to write some things down, to open yourself up to creativity here. And we were talking about poetry, or we're writing something about manifesting, or we're writing words of wisdom here to share with others. Let's get a little bit more about this for you. Give us more about this right for Aries. There is something you're seeing accurately. You're getting some type of impressions, downloads. You channel something correctly. Do that, right? And this is also why it's important for you to retreat. You're discovering that, if you haven't already, because some of you already know this, you know that it's just been a waste of your damn time to listen to others, and not in the way that you're, I don't like to say, it's always good to listen to others. We don't want to discount what others have to say. But what I mean is when it comes to, what is true and right for you, what you're capable of doing, what you're capable of achieving or deserving of, especially that. But there is something powerful with you and writing, especially right now. The veil is thin between you and the ascended masters here that are gifting you the ability to channel what they would love you to channel. Or perhaps give you encouragement to just channel something totally unique and designed by you. Woo, woo. You're going to have your needs met here. Treasure chest. Oh, this is good. This is reward. You're stepping into your reward by allowing it to already align with you, by being comfortable. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. So pay attention to opportunities where you can grow spiritually, maybe academically, or just, maybe something you just want to learn, because it can grow into a fortune. Let's get a little bit more about this treasure chest for you. Earth sign is coming through. There's some type of unexpected windfall. Just know that. And I have a feeling that this is most likely tied in with that blessing here. Something had to change in order for this fortune to find you. So you're doing the right thing by aligning yourself with what your true treasure and fortunes are. Go now. Don't even feel guilty. Be unapologetic. You know, this is about soul momentum. This is your first sacred, quiet command here. Go now. Retreat. Recharge. Reboot. Reinforce. Boundaries. Have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. You know, Aries, I do get a lot of you are overcoming like the Eight of Swords. Okay, Eight of Swords in tarot is a card where we are feeling, you know, just we're feeling like we don't have a way out of something. We just don't see it, feel it. We can't. We're just in a place where that's just where we're at. But you have been a true warrior. You've been, no matter what the circumstances are, you've been not allowing something to take your inner fire, your natural fire away, holding that steady light. So continue to do things that helping enforce your faith, right? If that means reinforcing boundaries so we can have some peace, well, then that's what we have to do. Your faith is really important, especially when it comes to manifesting that windfall. Peace offering. Offer yourself peace. My goodness here. Aries, you may need to just kind of allow it to be for some of you. But there's something that you've already activated when it comes to ancient wisdom, ancient medicine, and you perhaps were the medicine for someone, because we do have calf woman here. This is sacred medicine woman. And so whether you're, man or woman, whatever, you are sacred. And wasn't I explaining that to you, Aries, about Spirit wants to hide you? Okay. We need more too, because there's something about not feeling burned by the medicine, but you are the medicine. Aries, you are the medicine. Let's get more with peace offering. Look at that card, just fell right out. Yeah, listen to your body too. Listen to your own inner wisdom. What puts you off, move away from that. But we may need to, Aries, if you're in a place where this will resonate for those Aries that are in a place where maybe, you don't have any choice but to be surrounded by, things, people, whatever, right? But you're going to have to carve out your own sanctuary. I mean, this is a necessity, but there may be something here where, perhaps we can allow others just to be right? Even if we may not agree, just so that we can be in this place of peace. Because this is tapping into the aspect of you that is creating this wish come true here. So don't let anything disturb your peace, right? You may need to be careful too, for some of you, what you're listening to, especially when it comes to music, what you're watching. Compassion. Yeah, we have to have compassion. There is something here about not feeling bad or guilty. I get this thing about you being unapologetic. Doing your thing. Walk your path without apology. This is what compassion is. Something is already blossoming and unfolding. I want to get a little bit more with compassion. I do sense King or Queen of Cups with this. And that is drawing some type of unconditional bond here of love. So reflection, right? Utilizing compassion as your strength instead of the other way around where we feel we have to force something. And you are tuning into the inner world here. So, you know, your inner world is showing you something, reflecting back to you things and ideas and people who want to be compassionate to you. Because maybe it's been a long time for some of you, Aries, you know, where it's been hard to allow yourself to open up to receive compassion from others because maybe you've had to be so strong. See, that's where that father healing is. And I feel that you're starting to step into more of a softer approach. And that's exactly what Spirit is guiding you to do. Taking a softer, more gentler approach to everything right now. That's the secret. Let's continue. Yep, see, self-love. Offering yourself innocence. Reclaiming innocence. But it starts with loving yourself enough to hold peace. Because here's the thing, you'll know, and I feel some of you already know this about this. There's something about when your boundaries bloom, okay? When your boundaries bloom, strength feels like softness. Because we've honored something fragile or gentle. Let's get a little bit more about self-love. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is no joke. There is something strong about music. Be proud of yourself too. Get playful, right? Some of you, you're in this place where you've claimed your innocence. Some of you, you're coming back to that place, right? To reclaim your innocence. Music helps you manifest. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. And this is because there may be something about moving any type of stagnant energy as well, just so that we can shake it off. It's not something that, you know, you have to hold on to. And sometimes we don't know we're holding on to those things either. But music is really important for you, Aries. So simplify your life. Eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. You know, doing something unapologetic, right? Loving yourself enough to let it go. Loving yourself enough to, you know, allow your more comfort in your life. Okay, what else? Now we've got the mother healing. See, I knew it. We've got the Emperor and the Empress here. So this is really signifying something strong is going on with powerful alignment and the feminine and the masculine aspects. Yeah, see, now it's synchronizing. And this is what I'm seeing, this intertwining of the mother and the father within your own soul self, but also what's surrounding you. So it's basically Mother God and Father God make love inside of your soul here, okay, in a way that's very divine, all right? Oh boy, there's something very beautiful that's going on here. You know, Aries, you're going to be comfortable when it comes to a soul companion. Because this whole thing about the mother healing, right? As your feelings towards your mother heals or heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. And this takes some time, right? But know that you're doing something when it comes to healing. Maybe for some of you, and a lot of you will resonate actually with generational healing, ancestral healing. And so that whole thing about this intertwining, synchronizing, that's exactly the word I meant to use, synchronizing. I know it says synchronicity, but it's synchronizing. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So continue, to allow yourself to utilize love and compassion when it comes to anything or anyone, right, that has been important in our life, because this is going to help you see these synchronistic events. What else? Soul journey. You're not alone. Look at this. You may feel alone here, but others are going where you're going. And see, I see this thing where you're tethered to spirit here, right? You're not lost. You're not forgotten. You're right on time. This is about your soul journey, right? So Spirit is saying, when that secret door opens, walk through without apology. What else? Because this is you honoring your sacred contract with destiny. Look at that, stay focused. Something is trying to get you not to be focused here. And this is why I was getting that Eight of Swords here. So let's get more about the stay focused. Because you may need to detach from something or someone. Priorities, yeah. It's like trying to navigate your distractions, which you are finding out, right? Retreat if you don't know. But look, Aries, focusing on your priorities is really going to pay off. Spirit is saying, don't lose yourself into ideas or things, because this is about you gaining your power, not losing anything, gaining. What else? Nope, that is it. Okay, so Aries, before we end the reading, I want to find out a couple of more questions. Let's find out a fortune you don't see coming, Aries. A fortune Aries does not see coming. I know we have that windfall that you don't see coming, but let's see what else. Playtime. Oh my goodness. And I was getting this energy about you, relearning to play, right? Because things have gotten so maybe hard and dense and challenging. But this is a fortunate blessing here. The dolphins know the importance of playing as joy creates miracles and manifestation. Aries, Spirit is going to be popping up, or I should say, gifting you unexpected surprises that will pop up on your path. So just get very playful. The more that you can tune into being playful, the better off you're going to be, Aries, okay? Because you are in this place of accelerating desires here, manifesting your desires into reality. Now, before we end the reading, I want to find out, how is Spirit showing up for you, Aries? How is Spirit showing up for Aries? Every time you trust, Aries, Spirit shows up. So continue to keep trusting, right? Every time you give into the unseen, believing, trusting, this is how Spirit continues to show up for you in ways that are called miracles. Now, I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.